In this video, we are going to derive a relation to find out height and speed of a Porter governor. So Porter governor is a modification of Fat's governor in which central load is attached onto this sleeve. So this load moves up and down along with this sleeve. Now we are going to consider forces acting on one half of the governor, which is shown in this figure. So we are going to consider first M, which is equal to mass of each ball in kg. W is weight of each ball in terms of Newton. So we are going to take W, which is equal to M into J. Capital M is the mass of central load in terms of kg, and capital W is weight of central load in terms of Newton, which is acting in downward direction. So we have taken W by 2 because for one half of the governor. Small r is the radius of rotation of balls from the spindle axis. H is the height of governor in meters. N is the speed of ball. Omega is angular velocity of balls. Fc is centrifugal force acting on the balls in Newton. So centrifugal force is acting in radially outward direction. T1 is the force or tension acting along the arms PB. T2 is the force or tension acting along the lower arm or link BD. Alpha is angle of inclination made by the arm with respect to vertical axis. Similarly, beta is the angle of inclination of lower link across the vertical. Now we are going to consider forces at point D and point B. So first we are going to consider forces acting at point D. So we have D point where W by 2 is the weight of the central load acting in downward direction, and T2 is the tension or load acting along the link BD. So this link is inclined at an angle of beta. So now if we resolve this tension or force along link BD, we can get it as T2, so adjacent angle, so cos beta, T2 alternate, so T2 sin beta. Now if we resolve them along vertical and horizontal direction, so first we will take along vertical direction. So we have T2 cos beta, which is equal to W by 2. So capital W by 2 means capital mg by 2. So we will name this equation as equation number 1. So this equation number 1 we have got by resolving forces at the point D. Similarly, we are going to resolve the forces at point B. So we are going to consider point B. So at point B we have forces in equilibrium position. So first, small w means weight of ball in terms of Newton. Centrifugal force Fc, which is equal to mr omega square, acting in radially outward direction. T2 is the force or tension. T1 is the force or tension acting on the arm PB. T2 is the tension or force acting on the arm BD. So they make an angle of alpha, alternate angle. If we draw here, alternate angle will be alpha. Similarly, the alternate angle here will be beta. So if we resolve them, this angle will be alpha, this angle will be beta. So adjacent, we can write it as T1 cos alpha, T1 sin alpha. Here adjacent, so T2 cos beta, T2 sin beta. So we have resolved the forces acting at point B where equilibrium forces are considered. Now we are going to resolve forces vertically first. So vertical forces we are going to resolve first. So we will take T1 cos alpha, which is in upward direction. Next, small w, which is in downward direction, so on right side. Similarly, plus T2 cos beta. So we have this equation. Now this equation we will write in terms of mg. So small w means small mg plus T2. So from this equation we have T2 mg by 2 into 1 by cos beta into cos beta. So cos beta gets cancelled. So we have equation T1 cos alpha, which is equal to small mg plus mg by 2. So we will name this as equation number 2. Now we will resolve the forces horizontally. So we have centrifugal force acting radially outward direction, so on left side. Similarly on right side we have T1 sin alpha plus T2 sin beta. So now again from this equation we have T2, so we will substitute T2 from equation number 1. So we have Fc, which is equal to T1 sin alpha plus T2. So T2 is capital Mg by 2 into 1 upon cos beta into sin beta. So cos sin beta divided by cos beta will become tan beta. So we have T1 sin alpha plus mg by 2. So sin divided by cos will be equal to tan beta, which is equal to Fc. So again we can modify this equation as T1 sin alpha, which is equal to Fc minus mg by 2 tan beta. So we will name this equation number as 3. Now we will divide equation 3 by equation 2. So we have T1 sin alpha divided by T1 cos alpha, which is equal to Fc minus mg divided by 2 tan beta divided by small mg plus capital Mg divided by 2. So T1 will get cancelled. So sin divided by cos will be equal to tan alpha, which is equal to Fc minus mg divided by 2 into tan beta divided by small mg plus capital Mg divided by 2. Then next we will take this term on left side. So therefore tan alpha into bracket small mg plus capital Mg by 2, which is equal to Fc minus capital mg divided by 2 into tan beta. So we'll take now tan alpha on this side. So equation we have mg by 2 plus mg, which is equal to fc divided by tan alpha minus mg divided by 2 into tan beta divided by tan alpha. So now we have this equation in which tan terms are. So we substitute first, put or substitute tan beta divided by tan alpha, which is equal to q, and we have another term of tan alpha. So for this tan alpha, we will take this triangle PB. Suppose this point is C. So if we take tan alpha, so tan alpha is equal to opposite side divided by adjacent side. So opposite side is BC, which is radius of rotation R, and adjacent side is PC, that is height of governor. So we'll substitute these values in this equation. So we have mg by 2 plus mg, which is equal to Fc centrifugal force mr omega square into tan alpha. So tan alpha is r divided by h. So the values will become as h divided by r minus mg by 2 into tan beta divided by tan alpha will be equal to q. So this equation you can rewrite it as r cancel, mg by 2 plus mg, which is equal to m omega square h minus capital mg divided by 2 into q. So we have this equation. So from this equation we want to find out height as well as speed of the governor. So first we will find out height of the governor. So this equation we have m omega square h, which is equal to capital mg divided by 2 plus mg minus will become plus mg divided by 2 into q. So this equation we have, from which we are going to take small mg, capital mg, which is common, so remaining is q plus 1. So we have m omega square h as small mg plus capital mg divided by 2 into bracket q plus 1 or 1 plus q. So from this we can write h is equal to, or we will take g outside, so m h is equal to m omega square h, which is equal to m plus capital M divided by 2 into bracket 1 plus q or q plus 1. Outside we have taken g. So we have equation of height as h is equal to m plus capital M divided by 2 into bracket 1 plus q into g divided by m omega square. So this equation is used to find out height of the governor. So we will name this equation as equation number 4. So now after this we want to find out speed of the governor. So we know that omega, that is angular velocity, in terms of speed is 2 pi n upon 60. So we will substitute omega as 2 pi n upon 60. So we have omega square, which is equal to small m plus capital M divided by 2 into bracket 1 plus q g divided by, instead of omega square, we'll take it as h. So we have this equation. So omega is 2 pi n upon 60 bracket square, which is equal to m plus m divided by 2 1 plus q m into g divided by h. So n square, which will be equal to small m plus capital M divided by 2 into bracket 1 plus q m into g divided by h into 60 divided by 2 pi square. So where g is gravitational force 9.81 meter per second square. So if we substitute the value of g and this equation, so this equation becomes as 895. So we have n square, which is equal to small m plus capital M divided by 2 into bracket 1 plus q divided by m into, so this equation becomes as 895 divided by h. So this equation number 5 is used to find out speed of a Porter governor. Now there is another condition where the arms of the governor are same. Now there is another condition. Suppose the lengths of the arms or links both are same. Suppose this PB is equal to BD. Then we have equation of Q, that is tan beta divided by tan alpha, which is equal to Q. So this value of Q will be equal to 1 because this both arms or links are having same length, so they will also have same angle. So Q will be equal to 1. So this equation for finding out speed, if you substitute value of Q as 1, so this equation becomes as n square, which is equal to m plus capital M divided by 2 into bracket 1 plus Q. So Q is equal to 1 divided by m into 895 divided by h. So 1 plus 1 2. So 2 gets cancelled. So we have equation as m plus m divided by 2, that is only m divided by small m into 895 divided by h. So this equation number is 6, which is used to find out speed of governor when the value of Q is equal to 1, means the Porter governor has arms of equal lengths. Then next, another condition is of frictional force. Now suppose when the loaded sleeve moves in upward direction. Now suppose this sleeve moves in upward direction. So when the sleeve will move in upward direction, means the motion will be in upward direction. So frictional force will be exerted along this spindle. So when the sleeve will move in upward direction, its motion will be upward direction. So spindle will have a frictional force acting in opposite direction. So F, we are going to consider it as frictional force which is acting on sleeve. So we consider this in terms of Newton. So now the equation of speed n square will be written as n is equal to m gravitational force acting in downward direction plus mg plus minus f divided by 2 into bracket 1 plus q mg into 895 divided by h. So we have considered gravitational force acting in downward direction because of the motion. So here plus represents when the sleeve moves in upward direction, means the governor speed will increase, and negative when the sleeve moves in downward direction, means the sleeve speed will decrease.